As the federal election draws near, political leaders are sharpening their strategies and preparing for intense campaigns. Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister, has pledged to give his all to ensure his party retains its majority. Meanwhile, opposition leader Peter Dutton has urged his colleagues to focus on the rising cost of living, a major concern for voters nationwide. The election must be held by mid-May, and speculation is growing that MPs may not return to Canberra as planned in February. Both major parties claim to have solutions to alleviate financial burdens on citizens, adding fuel to the already heated political landscape. During Labor's final caucus meeting of the year in Canberra, Prime Minister Albanese emphasised the need to remain active during the summer break, despite encouraging his colleagues to take a short rest. He highlighted the importance of staying connected with voters and campaigning relentlessly. He declared, "I will leave nothing on the field to ensure we remain a majority Labor government." Labor MPs were also reminded of the established procedures for two types of non-competitive grants, which allocate $216,000 to support community projects in their electorates. A new round of Stronger Communities grants is on the horizon, providing MPs with opportunities to announce initiatives that could resonate with voters during the campaign. Labor strategists are keenly aware of the risk that public sentiment about financial well-being may lag behind improving economic indicators. To counter this, the government has outlined extensive cost-of-living support and wage-boosting measures. This week, they plan to introduce legislation enforcing a code of conduct for major supermarkets, including Coles and Woolworths, to ensure fair treatment for farmers and savings passed on to consumers. Violations could result in fines of up to $10 million, with the code set to take effect in April. Additional initiatives aim to combat shrinkflation, empower competition watchdogs, and curb anti-competitive land banking practices. In the coalition party room, Peter Dutton emphasized resilience, integrity, and a commitment to addressing the cost of living crisis. "People feel the country is heading in the wrong direction," he remarked, "but if we get the economy right, support families, and focus on what truly matters, we can steer the country back on track." Dutton warned against a potential Labor-Greens coalition, describing it as chaotic and harmful to Australians. Deputy Leader Susan Ley urged MPs to take a well-deserved break but cautioned that an election could be called on Australia Day, with campaigning starting in March. She emphasised the importance of unity, discipline, and determination in the coming months. The coalition has heavily criticised Labor for worsening financial pressures on Australians, with rising grocery prices, rent, mortgages, and energy costs. Dutton likened Labor's governance to the Whitlam government, accusing them of incompetence and ineffective economic management. In an unexpected turn, nearly 20 MPs expressed concerns about a bipartisan-supported social media ban for individuals under 16. The legislation, initiated by Dutton, is expected to pass this week despite debates over its effectiveness. Critics argue it may not address the underlying issues it seeks to resolve. Australia's economy faces significant hurdles, with high interest rates projected to persist until May, despite inflation decreasing from its peak. The economic downturn in China and declining commodity prices have also impacted the budget, complicating Labor's narrative of being strong economic managers. Opposition criticism has heightened, accusing Labor of ineffectiveness in tackling economic challenges. Social Services Minister Amanda Rishworth countered the opposition's claims, stating that Dutton's proposed $305 billion in cuts threaten living standards. She emphasised Labor's commitment to building a better future, pointing to their plans for cost-of-living relief and equitable economic growth. As Parliament wraps up for the year, MPs from both sides are preparing for a summer of strategic campaigning. Albanese and his ministers continue to highlight their efforts to support Australian families, with measures aimed at boosting wages and easing financial burdens. Meanwhile, the coalition remains steadfast in its critique of Labor, positioning itself as the party to restore economic stability. Both parties are aware of the stakes, with the federal election set to be a defining moment for Australia's future. The focus on resilience, cost-of-living measures, and integrity will undoubtedly shape the narratives leading into the campaign. Thank you for tuning into Aussie Pulse. Remember, your support makes all the difference. If you enjoyed today's update, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest news. We'll see you in our next video. Stay informed, Australia.